mustaqbalka maxamed cabdi maxaad higsanaysaa masir kansalka hadda aad ku joogto inaad joogto misna waxyaabo kala qabato position kale
Yeah, wallahi, for me, that's a good question, Mohamed. I want to leave an impact, a legacy. And, I know right now I'm only 26. I'm going to do I was 24. But I think what I want to do is I want to help inspire the youth,
Daawo yaa kusoo dhawaada mar kale ee barnaamijka maanta barnaamijka waxaan leeyahay barnaamij aad iyo aad u xiiso leh waxaan la joogaa ninkii ugu daada yaraa ee SEATTLECORONAVIRUS ka mid noqda gobolka Washington waxa weeyaan Mohamed Abdi oo Tukwila SEATTLECORONAVIRUS waxa weeyaan interview ugu horeeyay aan leeyahay maanta Mohamed kusoo dhawaada barnaamijka.
Thanks for having me, Mohamed. It's a pleasure to be in the show. Thank you.
Mohamed waxaad nooga warantaa maxaa nooga sheegi kartaa shaqada aad qabatay SEATTLECORONAVIRUS sida lagu doortay?
Yeah, so basically, I guess but the last year of college, 2021, before I was doing a lot of struggle, to graduate school. Like in Habir they came up to me and they said, Mohamed, we think it's a good opportunity in order, because you've been giving back since you was 14 years old, with the homelessness and lobbying bills in Olympia, the big bills, homelessness, education, immigration, being a leader in my school, the district as a school board representative. So, from 14 up till at that time I was 24, it was like, Mohamed, what we think even at that young age, you know what I mean? You could make a big impact. So I was a little hesitant, I was a little worried, but thanks to the blessings of my mom, and my two wonderful parents, and then my aunt Talo, who's a very great pillar in the community. I got their blessings, and then right after I graduated college. And when I did that, it was a lot of campaigning, a lot of door knocking, a lot of donation, a lot of tireless work, waking up 10 a.m., door knocking the community. And so we did that for 6 months. And then, alhamdulillah, with all the hard work that paid off, I became the youngest council member to ever be elected in Tukwila history.
Beautiful. Waa su'aashii labada rabo inaan ku weydiiyo hadda ayaa ka jawaabtay. Su'aashii hore marka haddaan dib ugu noqono. Shaqada hadda aad qabato marka SEATTLECORONAVIRUS aad ku beertay. Maxaad nooga sheegi kartaa shaqada?
Yeah, Shaqada City Council member, what we do is we help out with policies, your budgeting. So policies, budgeting is like that goes into the community, our job is to look at it and make tough decisions where the money should go, where we should take away, is the rules and the laws safe for like the kids, the older people, the senior citizens. So it's all about safety, policy, and budget.
صح سو kala qabsantaa safety policy iyo budgetka. Okay, maxaa kugu dhibka badnaa inta shaqada aad bilowday?
Wallahi, the most challenging thing was, first, like I told you, Haderti, earlier in the interview, I became the youngest council member to ever be elected to Tukwila. So the difficulty is you don't have the that you could fall back on, and say, what did I remember? It's tough. I'm the only one. So there's challenges, you know what I mean? You're gonna, Mohamed, there's a word called imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome, when you think to yourself, was I too smart enough to do it? Was I too good enough to do it? Sometimes as human beings, we doubt ourselves, True. So I think imposter syndrome, when I first got into the shaqada, but alhamdulillah, I have to remind myself, we're here, again, people that voted for me, supported me, they wanted me to be there for a reason. It has nothing to do with my age. It has to do with my experience and my qualifications. Right. So, alhamdulillah, that's one of the difficulties. You're the only young one. Everybody, twice my age, they could be my parents, age. So yeah, being there, in that position, in that field is very tough. But alhamdulillah, it's all about mental strength.
صح. maxaa marka ku soo galay adiga ahaan sida kasoo ku beertay siyaasad baa la tagtay waxa la tagtay policy waxa qaban doonto campaign intaad ku jirto waxyaabo badan baa balan qaatay maxaa ku hagaagay maxaa ku suurta galay?
Yeah, so one of the successes that I found out in city council was, one, we're celebrating the holiday Juneteenth. It's a holiday that celebrates that came before us, the African Americans. You know what I mean? In our school history, again, in the books, what we was learning as kids, they didn't talk enough about Black history, you know. I think American, we're not only just Somali Muslim, we're African American and Black and you know. So to finally celebrate that holiday as one, that was great. Some of the other successes I would say is just Alhamdulillah, like we had a couple bridge issues, couple safety issues, transportation infrastructure issues, but Alhamdulillah, we've been able to, you know, make good budget decisions, you know, that's gonna make long impacts, you know. The police department we have a new system where we have a thing where if you have a stolen car, whatever, there's a tracker now, machine technology that can track down that committed the bad crimes, you know. We're trying to sustain programs that help our kids, the community centers, the after school programs, whatever, but also what we're trying to do is make more budget, more investment into ilmaha education koda, the juvenile system, you know, ilmaha that's locked up, and all the important things that affect our community.
صح maxaad nooga sheegi kartaa adiga iyo xubnaha city councilka xiriir nooceeda ka dhaxeeya ilaa 7 qof aad tihiin marka adaan ugu daayay say wada xiriirtaa say connection kina wacanki
Yes. Do you want me in camera video or
go ahead.
Camera? Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the relationship I have with the council members, alhamdulillah, is very nice. You know, a couple of them already walk on it like when I was like 16 years old because like I said, Tukwila, I've been working, you know, the community. I was always giving back. So at least half of them, I want to say, they've known me since I was 14. And the Intercolor, they were new to me. But alhamdulillah, we have a great relationship. I feel like like the other councils, because a lot of friction at you too, a lot of challenges. And nigga, for the most part, we listen to each other, which is very important. It's important to have respect. It's important to know we all come from different backgrounds, your voices, that we respect one another. I represent the Somali, the African American, you know, Muslim side, and then you got, you know, Black person, you got a Filipino, Adan, older, senior, you know. So I feel like we make a good team.
صح. مستقبلك محمد عبدي محاتيك سنيسا مصير كانسل كاد أنت كنت شوكته إنك شوكته مثلاً وحيابك على قبضة بوزيشنك.
Yeah, wallahi, for me, that's a good question, Mohamed. I want to leave an impact, you know, a legacy. And, you know, I right now I'm only 26. I'm going to do I was 24. But what I want to do is I want to help inspire the youth, you know. I'm in a very unique, you know, special position because they watch me. They want to be in my position. They want that they can look up to, you know, that's showing them the right way. So when I hear other moms and dads come up to me and say, Mohamed, I want my kid to be like you, or my child is watching you, and it makes me happy, or my aunt, it was one of the happiest things I've ever seen, you know, Wahas is very special. It's very fulfilling, you know, feeling to have. So I can't waste that opportunity. I cannot play with that, you know, that opportunity. I have to continue to inspire the youth. So, alhamdulillah, these 2 years I've been going to high schools, middle schools, elementary schools, Head Starts. So in Maha, you know, I've read books to them, spoken to them in assemblies. It means the world to me. So Dhexdayda is my biggest, you know, goal of mine is to inspire them.
su-aashii aan rabay inaan ku weydiiyey qayb badan baa kaga jawaabtay hadda jawaabtii dambe waxay ku saabsan tahay waxa weeyaan adiga iyo bulshada xiriir nooceeda ka dhaxeeya qaabkay ula xiriirtaa bulshadii marka qayb kamid ah waa ka jawaabtaan malaynaysa iskuulka aad tagto say marka bulshadii ku soo dooratay say xiriir ka dhaxeeya
No, for sure. Like, so like in the juvenile system, the jail system, unfortunately we have a lot of East Africans or culture of the system, you know. It's very sad. We have a high statistic rate. So, you know, what I'm trying to do is, one, I'm trying to show a different way for, you know, especially the younger males, the younger guys in our community, because sometimes we don't have mentors, no role models, you know. And, you know, when I first got into the position, it's something that no one's ever seen. You know, usually, mashallah, you know, like the girls are way better. You know, they're smarter than us. They have better careers. Like they're better. You know, so I think as the men's side, we need to do better. You know, we need more representation, more better role models, more positive, you know, example setters. So alhamdulillah, that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to work with the Dhexdayda, you know, that are a little bit, they're good people, but they're not making the best decisions. So I give everybody accessibility, whether I know my social media accounts or telephone is public, whatever. For people to come up to me, how can I help them get away from either the drugs, either get away from the jail system, whatever. So that's my shaqadayga, you know.
صح haddana su-aashii kala qayb baad ka jawaabtay aan rabay inaan ku weydiiyo jawaabtaada waxaa ku jiray su-aashii sideedaad rabay inaan ku weydiiyo bulshada maxaad kula talin lahayd qayb baad ka hadashay maxaad kula ku dari lahayd
What I could is we need more money in our community, you know. So the last 2 years, alhamdulillah, I've been blessed to have the opportunity to find out where the money is, you know. Last year I was able to help get $5,000 from the city of Seattle to give it to a Somali basketball program. I'm also the president of a Somali soccer club called Hula FC. So I'm working on right now to get them $7,500 grant to get to the players. And we need more money, we need more opportunities, we need more shakwa, you know. So the best way I could do that is do my job with the opportunities that have blessed me with this position, and do the best that I can to give them opportunities, give them money, give them hope. You know what I mean? Hope Allah behind in this very tough world. So that's what my next goals are, inshallah.
صح انت الانترفيو aan sameeynin waxa raadinay website kiina galay siri kansalka waxyaabo badan baa ku arkay every member wuxuu leeyahay some kind of background which is qoran kaaga lama update garin. Why is that?
Yeah, so I have a website, but inshallah you're gonna see an updated bio resume on the city council webpage. Anybody can find me either on Facebook, they can find me on Instagram, Mohamed Abdi. You can find my council page, and then also I work for Somali Health Board, so I'm also a youth development coordinator. So I feel like you can find me anywhere, you know. And I work with them with mental health at Somali Health Board. I'm very happy to be working at that place. So everything I do is Somali-centric, while Somali, you know what I mean? Everything I do focus on, the Somali community and the Tukwila community.
صح وحي كوغلا يا كبدنا على أركت. This part is question كومجرتو. we just want to know محمد سيري كان سنتي الله دورت الله بدي سنة. وحياوي والله يا كبدنا ولا كلمه.
Yes. First of all, I want to say, I didn't know I was going to have a lot of emails. That's first, I knew it was going to be shakwa. I knew it was not going to be easy. But the first day I started shakwa, I had almost I feel like 150 emails. So that's one thing. Two, Somalia, I love our community. First of all, I would not be in the position I am if it wasn't for the Somali community. But what is the funniest thing to me about the Somali community is we are always on Somali time. Always. I know to kickoff event. I know to monitor. We had the celebration. We started 2 hours late. They know that went in February the event that we had when Aniga your Hamdi Igal your Awale. We had the celebration. We were 2 hours late. Aniga I invited my Galay, like my friends from the American community, and we yabbing. They're like, damn, like why, everybody udahan, and I was like, this is my time, so sorry. So yeah, I hope inshallah we can fix that, but that's just the Somali in us. But I love the community.
So much,
yeah, no, I think we have to do better. We have to do better, Allah. Yeah.
Typical Somali.
Typical Somali.
Really.
Yes.
waxaa maanta barnaamijka marti noogu oo nagala qayb galaya maanta Mohamed Abdi city councilka Tukwila waa ninkii ugu daadiyay ee soo mara positionkaas ee magaalada Tukwila Washington gabi ahaanba iyo Somalida meel walba ay joogaan marka aad buu maasan yahay 24 ayuu ku noqday city council imikana waa shaqadii wada 2 sano expert uu noqday imika marka waxyaabo badan ba kulay kala hadli doonaan caruurta iyo dadka soo koreeya wuxuu noqday kulay waa ninkii ugu horeeyay ee jagadaas ka soo baxa dhalinyartana waxay gelin doonaa mustaqbalka wax lagu dayda ayuu noqon doonaa talana la weydiisan doono generation ka soo socda waxaad ku darleen.
Yeah, well, I just want to say, alhamdulillah, first of all praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for always, being great to us. Allah has blessed me to be a good leader. I get that from my parents, my lovely dad, Mahdi, Ali Chama, and my mother, Adil Omine, mashallah, she's more well-known than me. Even as I've gotten this position, some people, they call me Adil's son. So it's not enough to be a council member, but alhamdulillah, just want to wish khair to everybody. And if you have a dream, protect that, believe in that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always hears our du'as, you know what I mean? So it has blessed me and answered all my du'as. So inshallah, I hope to be a good help to the community, and inshallah, many more great years to come.
aad baa maasanta wixii talana soo weydiiya kale dadku u furan yahay bulshada si ay uga faa'iidaystaan maxaa aad baa maasanta.
Thank you, Mohamed.
idinkana aad baa maasantiin daawada meel walba joogtaan.